Hi everyone and welcome back to Sophie Loves 10. I'm here with a book haul. Big surprise because I've been buying books like crazy so far. And I'm gonna call this a December book haul because it's gonna be December tomorrow. So this is and I'm not uploading it until December. So this is gonna be my first book haul December to make myself feel a little bit better about life in general. And the amount of books that I have. So I thought I've been around a bit this month, last month, if I'm filming this in December. So November I went around a bit, travelling around to do certain things, and whilst I was around I did some book shopping, as expected. So I went to WH Smith. They had a 20% off discount voucher that they were giving away for a certain period of time, and they had a massive display of Mills and Boon's books, and I've never read any Mills and Boon's books, and I've always wanted to, so I saw this one and I thought it's a Christmas one, so I could read it during the Christmas holidays as a little bit of fun. And it's a 3-in-1. It's called One Night Before Christmas, and it's by Janice Maynard, Robin Grandy and Kathy Dinoski, and it's 3 different stories. Mills and Boon's are romantic stories. They're kind of holiday-ish reads, something that you don't really have to think about. They have their own sections as well for like holiday, there's like a vet ones. There's all sorts of where the women are in power, like detective ones. There's all different genres of Mills and Boon's books that they do, and I just wanted a nice kind of romantic one to read because I've never read one, as I said. It looks it's pretty chunky, but I'm sure I'll get through it pretty quickly, and it's all about Christmas, so why not? So next one I got is for my course. I was recommended to read this because the play that I am writing apparently is similar to this play. It's a similar aspect that I'm writing, and this is Lungs by Duncan Macmillan. And it's a young couple considers parenthood, and if because it's like my play, I'm going to assume that it's 2 people in a room talking to each other, but I'm not entirely sure. But that is the basis of the play that I'm writing, and I'm going to use this for inspiration for my play. So I've got that one. Next one, I went to the Waterstones in Liverpool, which is one of my favourite Waterstones because it's just a nice layout and it's nice to go there. My parents decided to get me a couple of early Christmas Hanukkah presents because I'm not going to see them for the whole length of Hanukkah, so they thought that they'd get me some, and my mum just said get them, take them now, don't worry about waiting for Hanukkah because it's a bit silly us keeping them when you know what they are, which is fair enough. And it was buy one get one half price, so I got both books that I wanted. The first one was Gemina, which is the second one in the Illuminate series. I think it's just this one now. I'm not sure if there's any more. But I really enjoyed this. It's the same as Illuminate, so you've got it all in the story told in sections like that. And if you don't know what Illuminate is about, go look up because it's fantastic. I would read it. I didn't think I'd like this kind of type of storytelling at all, but actually I really do, and I found myself flying through Illuminate as quickly as because I found it very, very intriguing, and it's got a really nice love story in it as well. And the other one, which I keep hearing lots and lots about, and I decided to pick it up even though I don't actually know what it's about very much, but the reviews are enough, and it's got some crap on the back, so that's cool. And this is The Sellout by Paul Beatty, I think. This won the Man Booker Prize 2016, and I wanted to read it. I've heard lots about it. I think it's a memoir, if I'm correct, about a young man's isolated upbringing and race trial that sent him to the Supreme Court. Is a comic genius at the top of its game. So I'm really excited to read this. It's had so much hype, and my friend's been reading it and she said it's laugh out loud funny. So sounds good to me. Books. I did an online order for one book in particular, which I'll show you first, and then I'll show you the other books that I've got online. whilst I was there, I thought I'd pick up a couple of other ones. The first one I got was Heartless by Marissa Meyer, who I've been waiting for this book for such a long time now. I'm so excited to have it. And it says on the back, I love this writing, look at that. I love it. It says, long before Alice fell down the rabbit hole, and before the roses were painted red, the Queen of Hearts was just a girl in love for the first time. And it's all about the Red Queen and her story and why she becomes so wicked. And although when I ordered this, I don't even know, this is the English version of the book. But the England's version from Pam Macmillan. But there's another, I was really confused because there's another, this is the paperback, there's a hardback which it hasn't come out yet, and there's the American hardback which is also available in England at some point. But I was really confused with the different types of front cover, because I actually didn't want this one. I wanted the Heartless, the black and red Heartless cover, and it wasn't available, so I just decided to pick up this one for now. I said I did some other online book shopping. I needed to buy another one for my course, and I get really miffed about this because I bought this online and it's a ex-library copy. I couldn't find this anywhere for particularly cheap, and this is the last book of my course, and it was like £20 online, which is a lot of money for one book considering I've got so many books I have to read. And this is My Dangerous Desires by Amber L. Hollybrew, and this is a queer girl dreaming her way home, and it's Amber, I think it's all her point, maybe it's an essay. It looks a bit like a Q&A. So they're asking her questions and stuff, and it's got pictures. But she, the author of this book, and it's about her, I take it, is a lesbian sex radical, ex-hooker, incest survivor, gypsy child, poor white trash, and high feminine dyke, is what it says on the back. She's also an award-winning filmmaker, left political organiser, public speaker and journalist, and this is all about the 20 years of her right to read this book. I've got the one I'm reading now for the course, which is Fun Home, which I'm enjoying as well. By the way, Fun Home stands for funeral home, which isn't fun, so I'm not sure if that's like a trying to be sarcastic or what, but it's a very enjoyable comic, and I have this one that is my last book for that course that I have to read, so I'm gonna start reading this soon, I think, and get through it and finish it, and I'm looking forward to reading it because so far everything on this course has been really, really good and eye-opening. And then the other bits that I bought for myself is Shirley Jackson, The Tooth. I bought a Shirley Jackson book recently, as you will see on my last haul, maybe the haul before that. We Have All Lived in the Castle. I wanted a particular copy of it and I managed to find it online. And I wanted to get this as well, which is one of her short stories, and I couldn't find it anywhere at all. Sorry, it's a few of her short stories. The Lottery's in here as well. The Witch and Charles is in here. And I couldn't find it anywhere, in any bookshops or anything, and it was like £3 for this. I think this is second hand, so I think I bought it for £1. So I thought I would get that whilst I saw it online. The thing I picked up is Rudinsky's Room, and this is by Rachel Lichtenstein and Ian Sinclair. Rachel, as I mentioned in one of my other videos, I picked up her book The Estuary at her book signing and found out at the book signing that she is going to be my tutor for one of my tutors for next term. So I thought I'd pick up this because this is about a Holocaust survivor, and I'm really interested in that, as my granddad was a Holocaust survivor, and I'm very interested in different accounts, and I think this is all based on a true story, and I thought I'd pick up some more of her work and read it before she teaches me, so I know what kind of things that she writes, so it would help, I think. That is that one. And the last one I picked up, which I didn't realise I'd get this front cover, and I'm a little bit disappointed because the front cover that I wanted was really nice. It had a picture of a girl on the front. Can't remember anything else, but it was a nice front cover, I picked up Kelly Link, and this is Pretty Monsters. I've heard a lot about Kelly Link, particularly her newest one, and I can't remember the name of it now, but the front cover is something upside down. Can't remember. It's not coming to me. But it actually says on the front, "Very Scary Indeed" by Sarah Walters, who could be one of my new favourite authors. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to pick up another one of her books. But this is Ghost Stories, and it is... I'm pretty sure she does retellings of fairy tales. But I have to say on the back, we've got Audrey Nifflegegger and Neil Gaiman said how good it was on the back, which are also favourite authors, auto-buy authors on the back. So I'm pretty happy, I think, with this. And it says, "Weird, wicked, spooky and delicious, Pretty Monsters is a book of tall tales to keep you going, to keep you up all night. Maybe not read it at night time because I'm a wimp. Kelly Link creates a world like no other, where ghosts of girlfriends past rub up against Scrabble-loving grandmothers with terrifying magic handbags. Wizards sit alongside morbid babysitters, and we encounter a people-eating monster with a sick sense of humour." That sounds good. Like, I'm excited to read this. The condition's not fantastic. It says used very good. The pages are a bit yellow, but we'll deal with that. And that is all I got. I say all, that was quite a few books. That is my December haul part 1, we're going to call that. And I'm sure there's going to be another December haul with Christmas time and everything. I'm hoping there'll be some books involved in Christmas, but we'll see how it goes. And I'll speak to you all soon with another video soon. Bye everyone.